Aries, welcome to your tarot reading for May 2024. We begin with the Ace of Swords in your past position. So this looks like you've had a recent breakthrough or a moment of clarity in your life. So this could have been a new idea, a realization, or a decision that has had a significant impact on your path so far. You might have experienced a moment of mental clarity or a surge of intellectual energy that has since set you on a new course. I see you recently having this idea, and you were at this stage of kind of talking it through. This card is very much about the talking stage of an idea, where sometimes certain people almost can't take action on an idea or see the value in an idea until they kind of talk it through with people around them and get input and feedback. And that kind of feeds into the vision, the desire to see this thing through. So there may have been an idea that you were kind of batting around and you finally thought, okay, I kind of am excited about this. I might want to talk it through with some people and see what other people have to say about it. The crown and the wreath leaves on this card are about the ability to bring an idea into the physical realm. So this card is very much about a practical idea, something that you could see how you could bring it into reality. So I see you in your recent past latching onto this idea and thinking, what practical steps can I take to bring this into reality? This is a card of careful planning. It's an idea that has a really careful plan put behind it before it gets put into action. It's really thinking things through from the get-go to avoid making costly mistakes later down the road. It's that knowledge of really parsing through a strategy, and often with other people, so that someone can point out, oh, well, if we do this, we'll run into this problem down the road, that kind of thing. So it's really about having an idea and really committing to thinking it through strategically before you even start. It's like, say you wanted to write a novel. It would be, instead of just starting the novel and typing up chapter 1 right away, instead it would be writing an outline, making little notes about each character. Each chapter as it unfolds has multiple notes. So at the point when you begin writing, you almost have the whole story laid out in front of you, and then it becomes kind of easier. So I see you in the action of doing that, talking through an idea, strategically planning around it in your recent past. Presently, we have you here in this Four of Cups energy. This is a card of taking a moment to contemplate and assess your current situation. It's a card of consolidation as well. Fours are cards of making things solid. So it's like I almost see you moving on now from thinking about this idea to actually starting to bring it into reality in some ways. And even though this card doesn't scream action, right? We have this person sitting here who's basically meditating, taking a moment to themselves. But I think that's part of this strategic planning, and this is a really wise move on your part. Maybe you're not ready to completely start on this. You're still in the initial phases here, but you're getting ready to take action. And you're really understanding that these cups in front of you represent opportunities. You're very much aware of them. You're facing them. Even though your eyes are closed at the moment, you're aware of these opportunities. But you're also aware that a lot of commitment, effort, and organization are going to be required from you in order to take advantage of these opportunities. This person is also very aware of the need for emotional fulfillment in concert with external fulfillment. So they're really in the process of thinking, how do I get a steady supply of emotional fulfillment so that when I am putting in this time and effort and energy towards this project, whatever it might be. And this could be in a relationship as well. Before I pour all of that into these cups, how do I ensure that I have a constant supply of my own emotional fulfillment? It's an energy of self-reliance, about knowing how to connect to source, to keep ourselves happy. And when we're happy, we can endure a lot. We can have a job that maybe we're not super in love with, but because we're internally happy, we know how to make ourselves happy, we're able to succeed and thrive even in difficult situations. And in the same way in a relationship, if we know how to make ourselves happy, we have a lot more to give to a partner. So I see you right now in the process of really figuring out how to create your own source of emotional fulfillment, and on the precipice of consolidating something. And this likely has to do with this idea, these plans that you've been thinking about and starting to verbalize, and you're almost ready to take action on them. We have the Six of Pentacles in the challenge position here. So in the challenge position, this card is speaking about a lack of control over your resources. There might be a situation for you right now where you don't have a lot of resources to draw on. You may have kind of depleted your savings account recently. You may have left a job or in the process of leaving a job, and that's making things feel a little bit tight financially. Whatever it is, you're feeling a little bit out of control of your financial situation. If this is a relationship, it might be that the other person in your relationship is kind of dominating the relationship financially, where maybe they're providing for you, and this is a shared arrangement, but it creates maybe a feeling of imbalance for you, where you're very aware of being dependent on this person, and it makes you feel like not so great being in the kind of lesser power position, even though maybe this person isn't power hungry, they're just doing it to help you out. You're not entirely comfortable with that, just not having your own power over your own resources. This may indicate kind of careless spending. If you are doing something like starting a new business, be careful of not overspending on things that aren't necessary. On a personal level, just buying yourself too many treats and new clothes and stuff that you don't actually need, that's putting a strain on your bank account. Try to avoid stuff like that. But I definitely see you maybe just living a little bit hand to mouth right now. When this card is in a challenge position, it represents a return to the card before, which is the Five of Pentacles, which is a state of material or spiritual poverty. So this card is maybe saying to you, remember that Five of Pentacles moment? We don't want to go back there. We don't want to experience that sort of poverty mindset. Let's get ourselves back on track. Let's be really careful with our spending. Let's try to regain control of our finances. And I see you very much being able to do that. Just watch your spending this month. We have the King of Cups in the position of opportunities around you. This king is a very emotionally mature figure. There may be someone, a water sign perhaps, around you right now that's going to be of great help to you. This is someone who is very much into nurturing and supporting other creative people, and this might be you getting help with some kind of creative project that you're working on, and again, it might be related to this Ace of Swords moment. This king is very emotionally generous. There could be opportunities around you for deepening some emotional connections, developing greater empathy and understanding, or just tapping into your intuitive wisdom. And really pay attention to your emotions and your intuition, because that might lead you towards some new and fulfilling opportunities. So I really want you to tap into your emotional intuition this month. This card, when it comes up, it indicates success in creative endeavors. And that success is reached through practical steps. This king, when he has a creative idea, he commits to it. And he slowly, quietly works towards achieving that creative goal. There might be a creative project that you're working on, and you're kind of just quietly, or I think this card is saying if you quietly and diligently work towards this, you will be successful. And people might not even notice you doing this. This king operates without a lot of fanfare. He just wants to get this creative project made, and he's very practical about getting it done. So he doesn't need a lot of bombastic support around him. He's not flashy about it. He just kind of gets it done. So this showing up in your opportunities section is saying, really tap into your intuition right now. That's really going to help you with any creative projects. And it's saying you will have success if you apply some practical planning and steps towards creating or achieving that creative goal. And again, I'm very much getting this need to be practical and diligent around this project. In the position of advice for you, we have the 6 of Cups. So this is advising you to revisit the past on some level and connect with this sense of nostalgia and innocence. You might find some inspiration and guidance from your childhood memories, your past experiences, and by embracing this more innocent and open-hearted approach, you might find some more clarity and insight into your current situation. It might be wise to, if you're thinking about a move, a physical move, to return to a childhood home, a place that gave you a lot of joy, that makes you feel very loved and supported. There's a lot of support in this card. These 2 individuals are helping each other plant this beautiful garden. There's also this figure walking off in the background here that is kind of suggesting that these 2 figures are supported. They're being given a moment to just rest and play. And he's over here, he's kind of paying the bills, he's taking care of the house. He's allowing these people to have a moment to just breathe a little bit. The 6 of Cups can be seen as a rest stop on the way to the 10 of Cups. It's being given a blessing of a moment to just rest and play and breathe as you journey towards your 10 of Cups moment of true emotional happiness and fulfillment and stability and support as well. So it's almost like we see the seeds of stability and support being planted right now. So I think whatever you can do this month to connect you with this feeling of being supported, being surrounded by people who love you and support you, and you reciprocate that energy as well. That would be a really good thing to do. If this doesn't involve something as big as a actual physical move, do what you can to reconnect with a spirit of nostalgia or remember what it is that gives you this feeling of emotional fulfillment. And I think that's very much tied into what we have going on with the 4 of Cups here, where I think you're very actively contemplating what gives me emotional fulfillment. I think you're really looking down the road at the bigger picture of your life and the decisions you're making right now. What is going to give me emotional fulfillment? And I think this does have to do with your career, and you're very much concerned with that right now as well. But you want to be certain that whatever decisions you're making right now also include a sense of emotional fulfillment. You want to be happy, don't we all? But I think that's very much on your mind right now. If I do X, Y, or Z, is it going to make me happy? So whatever it is that gives you true joy and emotional fulfillment, really tap into that this month, and that's what's going to guide you to making the right decisions for the long run right now. Really beautiful, sweet reading for you this month, dear Aries. I very much see you planting some seeds here for future happiness, and I see you succeeding. As long as you're practical and diligent and are willing to put in the work, and again, listen to your intuition about what's truly going to make you happy, you're going to have a lot of success. That is your reading for the month. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated for you. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.